All right, look, I'm just gonna get this out of the way, okay? This video is for celebrities and influencers who are thinking about starting their own brand. So everybody else, hi, thanks for watching. Please go in the comments and tag your faves so that they come and watch this video. I will wait for you to do that. Are you finished or are you done? Okay, now that everyone else is gone. Hey, celebrity person. How's it going? TMZ getting on your nerves? Can't relate, but I empathize. Anyways, look, I want to have an honest conversation with you. Are you thinking about starting a brand that includes makeup, skincare, and or clothing? How'd I know? Intuition, I guess you could say. Look, if you really want to get into those industries, do you. But I want to make the case for creating a celebrity branded product in an industry that's not so oversaturated. First, let's talk about why makeup and skincare are played out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Then we can talk about two product lines that I've seen some success with. The celebrity candle brand and the celebrity coffee brand. Even with so much competition, if you launch a skincare or beauty brand, it could be very successful even now. However, when someone famous launches yet another makeup brand, it's easy to compare it to the makeup brands that came before it, especially when it comes to the packaging, the way the brand was launched, the pricing, the quality of the product. Think about how many people were making reviews on brands and comparing them to Fenty or to Rare Beauty. Some brands can either make a huge splash or they could sound like a tiny pebble dropping into a puddle of muddy water. Do you want your brand to sound like a typhoon, a monsoon, or do you want your brand to sound like we're skipping rocks at the pond behind the house? I'm just saying. Every time another celeb launches a skincare brand, I just roll my eyes like 90% of the time. Like when Pharrell launched his brand, it kind of made sense because it was like, I guess people have been saying for like 2 decades that you don't age and have been asking you to drop the skincare routine. But then when Scarlett Johansson launched her brand The Outset, it wasn't really adding up for me. Like I know 2 + 2 is 4, but the brand was kind of giving 2 + 2 is 5. You know what I'm saying? I want to clarify that I haven't tried either of these brands. So for all I know, they're amazing. You could look 20 years younger if you put the Pharrell brand on. If you put on the Scarlett Johansson brand, you could look like you're a part of a whole other race. I don't know. But when you create a makeup and skincare brand now and based on your brand as a celebrity, it just seems a little unexpected. I'm just gonna start to wonder if it's a cash grab. I'm a little skeptical. What's your intentions here? What are we doing? And I don't think it's fair to pigeonhole people and expect that they're gonna do the same thing for the rest of their lives, right? Like, so in Scarlett's case, that would be movies. In Pharrell's case, that would be music and fashions. And if you have the means to create multiple streams of income, I love that for you. Go ahead, do your thing. But skepticism is a natural emotion when you're a consumer that has 11 other brands to choose from. And mind you, these brands have all launched in like the past 5 years, the ones I'm talking about. Before we go any further, we need to talk about Bruno. Just kidding, we don't talk about him. I've been waiting to use that joke for a very long time. Anyways, as I was saying, we need to talk about beauty incubators. A beauty incubator is a company that has multiple beauty and or wellness brands that they manage and own. Basically, they know how to build a brand up from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we here. The reason I bring up incubators is because this 2020 article from Beauty Independent speculates that the industry may not be able to support any more incubators since there are so many. The article itself names about 25 beauty and wellness incubators that have been created in the past few years. Each incubator has several brands and few will be able to reach quantifiable success. But of course, some still believe in the magic of incubators. One quote in support of them says, "On the demand side, modern consumers want new, better, and different brands and products," says Scott Kestenbaum, SVP at Mesa, a beauty incubator. "We often talk about identity politics. Now we talk about identity products. Women desire brands and products that say something about who they are as an individual, what values they hold dear. They are less brand loyal than ever and more product loyal. This has created an environment that necessitates more choice for the consumer. Retailers have been scrambling to offer consumers greater choice. When I'm dealing with retail partners, their appetite for newness I don't feel has slowed at all," says Kelly St. John,
former VP and DMM for beauty at Neiman Marcus.
But how sustainable is this business practice in the long term? I mean, there's so many brands now that they're running out of brand names. Lori Harvey's Skin and Kim Kardashian's Skin. In my opinion, maybe it's because I'm indecisive AF, but too much choice is not always good. As a matter of fact, there are psychological studies to support that having too much choice as a consumer is not always good. This quote comes from the American Psychological Association.
Social psychologists Sheena Iyengar, PhD, and Mark Lepper, PhD, were the first to empirically demonstrate the downside of excessive choice. In a 2000 paper in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, the team showed that when shoppers are given the option of choosing among smaller and larger assortments of jam, they show more interest in the larger assortment. But when it comes time to pick just one, they're 10 times more likely to make a purchase if they choose among 6 rather than among 24 flavors of jam.
So even though there is a demand for more choice, basically consumers end up biting themselves in the behind because then they have a hard time choosing the best option for them. The article then goes on to compare and contrast two types of consumers: maximizers and satisficers. Say that 10 times fast. Maximizers, satisficers. The difference between them is that satisficers will select the first decent choice that fits their preference as opposed to exhaustively scanning all options until finding the perfect or maximizing one. So satisficers will do things like let their favorite skincare influencers make their choices for them. Ultimately, however, having more choices can lead to less satisfaction and more regret with your final decision as opposed to having fewer choices. Look, I'm not saying the beauty industry and the streaming industry are the same, but Netflix was very comfortably sitting on its throne, and they've reported losing over 1 million subscribers in the first 2 quarters of 2022. There's so much choice. There's so many different streaming services, and all of those streaming services have hours and hours. Okay, I'm not talking about money long. Hours and hours of content to watch. There's so much choice that we can't all be subscribed to Netflix all year, all the time. It's just not worth it. Creating the bandwagon is cute until the bandwagon gets way too full and then the wheels fall off and then you have to call an Uber to get to your destination. Anyways, back to the beauty industry, celebs. Hey, again, it's just you and me because everybody else left. Why bother trying to compete with all these other people in a business practice that's not really sustainable in the long term, like low-key? Why risk having your skincare brand getting compared to everybody else's skincare brand? Why risk having your celebrity hair care brand getting compared to everybody else's celebrity hair care brand? When we could just go a whole different route. Let's examine 2 product lines. Subject A, candles, and subject B, coffee. Now, candle brands are a natural next step from the already legendary and iconic celebrity fragrance. Chandler Burr, who is the former New York Times scent critic, had this to say about the magic of celebrity fragrances. Burr says fragrances like Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy are the best way to capitalize on celebrity. They're better than clothes, music, and even movies. That's because the cost of creating a perfume can be relatively low. The perfume house doesn't have to pay for the juice. That's industry slang for the stuff inside the bottle. A different company, a fragrance manufacturer, develops it free, then the 2 firms share the profits. It is the single best tool for monetizing celebrity that's ever been created in the history of the world. Sally Hughes, who is a beauty columnist at The Guardian, has described perfume as the most egalitarian beauty product. You don't have to be young, thin, beautiful, or mega rich to smell like $1 million. If perfumes can be egalitarian, then so can candles. Especially in a time period where most of us were not outside. As a matter of fact, we still not really outside because outside is canceled for me. I don't know about you. I'll be here with my hazmat suit on. You stay blessed out there. Living through multiple pandemics, having to work from home, being locked up in your house changes your priorities a little bit. Suddenly the importance of home comforts and home decor goes up and the need for makeup goes down, especially given that half of your face is covered with a mask. In 2020, Zalando, which is a huge fashion and lifestyle online retailer in Europe, reported that wellness and self-care products like candles had seen an increase in sales. This is consistent with statistics reported by Amazon. Although there are a few celebs who have done candles as merchandise or have done one-off collaborations with candle companies, not too many celebrities have created their own candle brands with multiple scent options. These companies include Kim Kardashian's KKW Fragrance, which is going through a rebrand right now as I'm filming this, Kylie Jenner's Kylie Skin, Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, Drake's Better World's Fragrance House, and Jackie Aina's Forever Mood. After looking at all these brands, there is one common thread between them besides the fact that they make candles, and that is that they know how to go viral. They know how to get the girls talking. Let's go through them one by one. Okay, let's start with Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop. Now, Goop has been criticized and sued in the past for making false medical claims. For example, at one point, Goop was promoting good vibes stickers that they claimed would balance the energy frequencies in your body using the same carbon material that NASA uses in their space suits. NASA, yes, the NASA, had to release a statement in response saying that they don't even use carbon material in their spacesuits. Lies, falsehoods, fantasies. NASA is, they're running around dealing with the planets, disrespecting Pluto, sending people to Mars, hiding the existence of aliens. Oh no, I've probably said too much. And they had to take the time out of their schedule to release a statement about Goop. Not cute. Not cute. They also have a candle called Smells Like My... Smells Like My... I would say the candle name, but I know YouTube, she likes to tussle. Like, she wants to be for the kids, but then YouTube also wants to be for the adults. And it's like, YouTube, I'm gonna need you to pick a side. Anyways, what were we talking about? I lost my train of thought. Just look up the name of the candle after you finish watching this. Then we have Kim and Kylie's Candles. Surprisingly, candles is not spelled with a K, it's spelled with a C. First of all, the Kardashians know how to maintain relevancy better than anybody else, okay? There were 20 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Some of you watching this are younger than Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and they got a whole other show. Kim and Kylie's Candles with a C were an extension of their already existing beauty brands. Kim launched her first candle with a crystal gardenia scent in September of 2019. Yes, right before the pandemic. Kimberly, did you know something we didn't? You're a lawyer, so you know how to lie. So don't answer that question. It's the timing for me is all. It's a little suspicious. In 2021, Drake launched his own luxury candle brand called Better World Fragrance House. On the info section of the site, it reads, Drake's relationship to scent is deeply personal. Working with leading air care perfumer Michael Carby and Givaudan, the world's largest company in the flavor and fragrance industry, BWFH has brought his vision to life in the form of 5 unique scents, each based on a different memory. Scent names include Williamsburg Sleepover. Pause. How on brand is that name? Drake Williamsburg Sleepover. I just felt like we needed to pause to really let that information percolate. That's a candle name that he sells. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you were picking up what I was putting down, but I see you have. Okay. Sweeter Tings. Again, wow. On brand. Carby Musk, which is supposed to smell like Drake. Good Thoughts, and Muskoka. So you're telling me that my home could smell like Drake if I buy the Carby Musk candle? Say less. Ordering mine now. Okay. I'm about to light this Drake candle up. Put the Honestly Nevermind vinyl on. I'm gonna pause Renaissance to play the Honestly. Let me shut the fuck up. I'm joking. I'm not buying that candle. I'm not really a candle person, so I'm not spending all that money, but Drake, best of luck to you, sir. Jackie Aina, who is a huge beauty influencer, started her candle brand Forever Mood in 2020, and it includes very clever candle names like Bad and Boozy, Matcha Business, Left on Red, and Hey Big Head. Or Hey Big Head, Hey Big Head. That's probably more accurate. to what you would, okay. These names have a virility to them in the sense that they could just as easily become an Instagram caption, which is very fitting for someone who works in social media. Not me, Jackie. I mean, I kind of do because YouTube is social media. Okay, you understand what I was saying. Did I say virility? I meant virality. Isn't virility like, let me Google it. Oh my God. Virility means a whole other thing. I would say it, but you know, like I said, YouTube, she likes to tussle, and we're not tussling over that word. Virility is like Nick Cannon. You know what I mean? Let's leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Virality is like going viral. Virility is like Nick Cannon. Won't explain further. So you see here, there's an element of virality between all these brands. If you know how to get your name out there and meet the demands of the consumer, which right now is self-care, home care, wellness, then we don't need to do makeup or skincare. And yes, skincare is also in high demand, but it's a crowded field over there. 6 feet. We're in a pandemic. I need 6 feet between me, my brand, and the next brand. I don't need my brand being right here, and then next thing you know, my brand is getting monkeypox. What's up with that? What? Even rarer than the celebrity candle brand is the celebrity coffee brand, which makes sense. There are huge companies like a Coty Inc., which partially owns Kim and Kylie's beauty brands, Givaudan, which partially owns Drake's Better World Fragrance House, or Kendo, which partially owns Fenty Beauty, that will partner with celebrities to create these skincare, hair care, beauty brands. These companies have the money and the brand development experience to create success. And a lot of the consumers won't even necessarily know the names of these companies that are helping their favorite celebs out. But these companies still get a nice little check. And the celebrities also get a check. And the satisfaction of knowing that any success their company has is going to be attributed to the brilliance of that celebrity. We're not gonna go, oh my God, Kendo was so smart to launch that highlighter. No, we're gonna go, oh my God, Rihanna, you're a genius. Based on my research, there's no company that does what a Kendo or a Coty does, but for coffee brands like only specifically. In Emma Chamberlain's case, although she is the founder of her company Chamberlain Coffee, it is also partially owned by Blazer Capital, which is a venture capital firm that focuses on e-commerce businesses. According to a site called Eat This Not That, there was a poll done called the Harris Poll that surveyed American coffee drinkers pre-pandemic to see what the most popular coffee brands were. And it's the coffee brands you would expect: Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Pete's. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Period. All of these brands, for the most part, have packaging with wide appeal. That means there's no face we can ascribe specifically to Starbucks or to a Dunkin' Donuts. However, Chamberlain Coffee is targeted towards a specific audience. Emma kind of has a playful vibe to her, and we can see that in the packaging that was chosen for each of the different coffee blends. They each have like a fun animal character on them. Chamberlain Coffee shows in particular that Gen Z is open to personality-driven products outside of the beauty, wellness, and skincare space. Celebrity, person watching this, let me ask you a question. What is the protocol for a famous person's coffee brand or candle brand? There's none, okay? There's none, or there's barely any. When you're creating a product that doesn't have a lot of competition from other celebrities, you're setting the standard. You're writing the rule book. Now, anyone who follows you is getting compared to you. One of the most appealing parts about owning a celebrity branded product is that you feel more connected to your faves by owning this product. But celebrity, hey, you and me, if you really want to stand out and be the Fenty Beauty or the Netflix of your industry, you gotta take some risks and get off the bandwagon. Build your own bandwagon. It's the way I could put contacts in, but I don't want to. Okay, there are a few celebs, although Okay, and now we go. Hey, and then we stop. Hey, and then we dip. Hey, and then we pop. Hey. Consumers who got their skincare PhDs from Google. The magic of beauty incubators.